So I'll talk about this drawing again, but first let's make a quick introduction, okay? Just by saying, this is what I just did earlier, okay? The drawing before is this. I painted the Lincoln Memorial Pool with having a scissor here being cut into the Lincoln Memorial Pool. And then 2 days later, the paint peeled. Then eventually, President Trump mentioned that there is a cut, 290 to 300 long cut through the pool, and it's basically resonating with my drawing. My drawing has that kind of message in it. It's a scissor. What does a scissor do? A scissor makes a cut through something, right? And that's what is reported. And there is a lot of criticism. There is a lot of how do you say? There's a lot of lies. Okay, there's a lot of lies, but who knows what's really going on? Okay, still, this is what I painted, and this is in the top news. Okay, so that's my introduction. This is what I just did. And this next drawing is like, I need to do this kind of introduction for you to realize that this is serious. If you just stumbled on my video, this is, a measurable phenomenon where I first upload a video. I make sure that there is evidence for me making a statement, right? And the evidence is that you can check the time, the upload time of the video. I make X posts with a date in it, right? And you cannot edit an X post later on, like days later. X post cannot be changed. There is a validity in that, okay? So there is this data from me making a statement, and then later it turns out to become true, okay? Which I show when I correlate it with the top news or what happens, okay? So my latest drawing is so horrific. So I really needed to make that kind of introduction for anyone just randomly stumbling on this video, because what I aim to do is to describe the future top news, okay? And when it came to the previous drawing, it resulted in the Lincoln Memorial Pool with a scissor in it, okay? This time, this is the drawing that I present, right? And I made it yesterday, June 24th. In it, you see, like, it's so brutal. This drawing is so brutal that I need to, make this introduction to just yet again show you that I just made a drawing that was super spot on, okay? It just became true, as simple as that. So what do I do with that kind of credibility, right? There's suddenly, I mean, I have made many drawings that came true to in a very literal way, okay? But this one was very very spot on, okay? The other one, right? This one, we already see it on the world stage. This is what all of you see in the top news, okay? Top news every day. So what do I do with that kind of credibility? Well, I show you something next, and I cannot even talk about it. It's even hard to talk about this. When I mention these words, when if I think even I just described the content of this. I described the content of this drawing, and I believe that, and I made a post of it, and I think the post was blocked because it's too offensive, you know. This drawing is offensive. It is. Yeah. So that's the drawing. It's offensive, but it is. So what do I do with that kind of credibility? I was just 100% correct, you know, more or less, with a Lincoln Memorial Pool. Well, I make a drawing of nuns being an ingredient in what is presented as the Holy Communion, the breaking of bread, the remembrance, the Eucharist. Okay? That's what I do. That's what I do. Okay? This is a really big statement of mine, and this is what this is what I'm doing right now with that kind of. I just basically gained extreme amounts of credibility, right? This is this is uh, this is super obvious. Anyone can see the connection here. So what do I do with that kind of credibility? Well, I make a drawing of this, and I tell you it's going to become top news, okay? That's what I do. Yeah. And it's so offensive, so it's like when I describe it, you just, yeah. And so if you think logically about this, in one way you could see it, if it would be an ingredient, because what is what is the what is the um, breaking of bread? It is the body of Christ, right? The body of Christ. You know what I mean? And so there is a, so the logic here is that there is a sort of mimicking going on, a mimicking, okay? So as I see it, there's an attempt on mimicking here that I'm making a drawing of here, becoming a sort of food additive, like MSG, MSG, becoming the name of this drawing, okay? I named this drawing Unholy Breaking of Bread, okay? And the idea is that people eat this. That's the idea that I have. I can't talk about it almost. It's like I have to talk a bit differently, put the words together differently, because it becomes too offensive otherwise to talk about this, okay? It's almost too much weirdness going on right now, okay? So, once again, what do I do with this kind of credibility? This kind of credibility. I draw the scissor through the Lincoln Memorial pool, right? Later Trump, blah, 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 right? And is Trump telling the truth? Who knows? Not necessarily, okay? There are is the but still it's the top news, okay? Remember, that's what I'm making a drawing of. I'm making a drawing of the top news, right? And now this was the latest from yesterday. And my idea is that people, you know, can I talk about this? The idea is that people eat the flesh, right, as a like eating the bread. That's what it is, okay? In Christianity, right? And it's called remembrance, right? And there's a connection to the memorial pool, as I mentioned. So my talk, like this kind of talk that I'm doing, sounds like crazy talk, right? And right now, as of June 25th, this is what it is, right? But then you remember back to my previous drawing that turned out to be true, right? It turned out to be true. This was also a drawing that, oh, that looks crazy, right? He's putting a scissor through the Lincoln Memorial pool. That doesn't make sense. And I said that's going to be top news. Now it's this, right? Yeah, right. And I want to remind you also that one of my greatest wish is that you tell me to stop making drawings, okay? That you that it is realized that it's valid what I'm doing, and that it is uncomfortable. This is very uncomfortable what I'm doing, okay? Especially as I see it, I will be doing videos where I show you that you have like you haven't eaten the you know, you haven't eaten the flesh of Christ, you know, something like that. You have eaten the the unholy, right? Something like that. And it's like I think I'll be able to show that to you soon. Okay, I think this is going to appear. This is going to. But right now it's just not there yet in the news, right? It's not there yet. It is just a thought, right? As I said before, this is a thought. And as I see it, this is a thought on an existential level. Okay, it's some kind of thought held by existence. Okay. So that's it. Some more talk about this drawing. And as I said, it's so hard to talk about this. I really needed to do this introduction, showing you that here, look what I just did earlier, right? I needed to do that because it just seems too absurd to tell you that you're eating you're like you cannibal, or I don't know what, even what to call it, like unholy, blah blah blah, something. Okay. Um, okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is disgusting, guys. This is disgusting. See you.